Well, welcome everybody to our online program on addiction and recovery from the Sunshine Coast Health Center up here in Powell River, BC. And we've been talking about relationships as part of what it means to live this meaningful life. And one of the interesting things about relationships is the necessity to create boundaries. And for a lot of people in early recovery, they sort of like the idea of boundaries. I'll make a boundary with my family because they keep trying to control me, something along that lines. They like this idea of, putting up a boundary so other people will quit bugging them. But that's really not what boundaries are all about. Boundaries are more about sticking up for yourself. And this idea of sticking up for yourself in early recovery is a tough one because a lot of people struggle with self-esteem issues and, geez, am I worth it to stick up for myself? I mean, look what I've done to my family. Oh, geez, I've just, been a jackass and all this. And they feel badly. But really, to live a meaningful life, sticking up for yourself is pretty important. And that includes with other people in relationships. And I think a lot of people in recovery have this idea that sort of there's two sides of or two parts of this continuum. On the one hand, if I stick up for myself and think of myself, I'm being selfish. And on the other hand, if I don't, I'm being altruistic, right? But this idea of selfishness versus altruism really is a bit of a fantasy because, let you know a secret, everybody's selfish. And so it's actually kind of a silly way of making sense of things. It's much more, it's a much better way to interpret this is this thing in psychology we call agency and community. And agency basically says, how can I be me? How can I be this unique person that I have and contribute to the world? And then community, that part of it means I'm living in this world, I'm living in relationships really over which I don't have very much control. So the bottom line is, how can I be me and yet be in this relationship over which really, I'm only part of the end result. If I'm in an intimate relationship, I'm only 50% of the equation, right? So this is really the key issue, but it is important for the person to feel that they're free to be themselves or herself. I mean, all of these things within the relationship are fundamental. It's not being selfish, right? It's not being, oh, it's all me and not you. No, it's me, how can I be me and blossom as a human being? So this idea of getting in a relationship where I can stick up for myself, that it's okay to say my opinion, it's okay to have values that may be different from the people I'm in a relationship with. That's all fundamental to living a fulfilling life, to having a fulfilling relationship. And in actual fact, this is actually one of the reasons why people grow, is because I may care for somebody else and I care for them because they are different. Not because they're the same as me or because, I'm out there to fix them or change them or anything else, but because they're different. That's what the real attraction is. Right? So again, it's pretty fundamental to stick up for yourself, and that will demand, of course, you got to improve self-esteem if you don't have that. And anyway, that's it for this week, and we'll be back next time.